All right, we are going to call this meeting to order. Pledge of allegiance, flags are allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The mission statement, Viroqua schools will nurture excellence, unlock potential, and ignite passion. We have a couple of students tonight, and they're going to discuss student activities and academics. And we have Carson and Miles. If you would like to come this way so that you can be seen. Our meetings are recorded, and so there's live feed also. But if you want to come over here, that way the camera can see you and you can be heard right up there. And you can face
Don't
that
hide
way
behind
or wherever you'd like. So
Yeah, your
please-
camera's in the corner there, guys. Yep.
So please introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit.
Should I be facing you guys or the camera?
Yeah, I think you can stand.
Whatever is
Yeah, let Mr. Knight.
Whatever is comfortable. Stand over by Robert there.
Yeah.
That way we get there we go.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'm Miles. I'm the senior class president. I'm in football and track. I work for the city during the summer, and I take morning work release year round. So I come in at lunch, and then I go to school.
Where's your work going?
Viroqua Park and Rec, so I just maintain the parks.
You did a great job.
Not just.
Yeah, so I'm Carson Tracy. I'll be a senior this year at Viroqua, and I'm in National Honor Society, Future Business Leaders of America, Source of Strength, and then my current position is I'm a rural engagement intern for 350 Wisconsin, which is a nonprofit that fights climate change. And then this year, most of my classes are online. But I do have this first semester advanced placement in US history with Mr. Urch. He's a great teacher, and I like that class. So yeah.
Beginning of the year, how's it going?
Pretty good.
In a couple of weeks here, so. Any thoughts of next year or after high school or not yet?
So after high school, I plan on enlisting in the Air Force, but I recently tore my ACL playing football for the second time, so I pushed it back about a year.
Okay. Looks like you're getting around pretty well.
Yeah. Doesn't hurt.
I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah, then after high school, I plan to attend a four-year university, probably UW-Madison. And I'm not sure what area I want to major in yet, but probably something related to business.
Any questions for these two young people?
So you're studying in your work with climate change.
Mhm.
Where do you see that going in your future endeavors?
Yeah, I'm not sure totally yet about my future, if maybe I'll pursue that as a career choice, but it's definitely an important issue, and I want to take some effort in the future to fight it after this internship.
Thanks.
Thank you both for coming, and we only wish good things for you and throughout your senior year as well as into the future, whatever careers may take you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carson's actually gonna tell us about his national honor.
Oh, that's right, Carson. You may go, I instead of bringing you back out the right hand.
Yeah. So, this year,
Thank you, Miles.
I went to compete at Future Business Leaders America, their national conference in Anaheim, California, for economics. After I got first for economics in Wisconsin, I met a lot of really great people there from all over the country. Really cool, interesting people. And I attended some workshops there too. So one of my favorite workshops I attended was a workshop about financial literacy and the effect time has on money. So like retirement accounts and that sort of stuff. And then I also enjoyed competing in my objective test for accounts. Yeah.
Did you say you came in first?
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow, congratulations. I wanted to make sure I understood that.
Oh.
Amazing.
Yeah, first at state, not nationals. Yeah.
Okay, so
Let's do it nationally.
how did it go to nationals?
I got a score that was above average, but I didn't place in the top 10.
That's still great. It's
Yeah.
quite an experience,
Congratulations.
isn't it? It's fabulous.
Great experience.
What do you think that you bring back that you can share with the students at our district from your experience?
Probably just get involved. Like I met a lot of really great people there, and every single one of them was involved in so many different things, like throughout their school clubs and sports, just jobs, just everything.
Sure. So did they talk about 401ks and all of those strategies?
They talked about 401ks, Roth IRAs, and then just how it just compounds over time, and some really interesting stuff.
There you go. New financial advisor for you, Angie.
Exactly. So have you also shared that with Mrs. Kubach in that class?
Yeah, so Ms. Hubach was my advisor, so she came down there with me.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
And did your dad go with you too?
he did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you guys stayed a couple extra days, didn't you? To
Mhm.
do a little more traveling.
Yeah,
Very nice. Well, I think that bringing that information back to our students in a way that's relates to someone, you know, that's still in high school is really important because many times people don't understand that until they're actually trying to maneuver their way through a first job or second job and to see the relevance of investing early and putting some money aside, so that's awesome. Well, congratulations to you. Does anyone else have any questions? Thank you very, very
Thank
much.
you.
We look forward to hearing. If there's ever anything that we can do for either of you as a board, please reach out. We are happy to be any assistance that helps you in any way. We write nice letters, all kinds of things. So anyway, if we can do
Angie
something.
likes to write letters.
I do like to write letters of recommendation for students.
Thanks, Chris.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Congratulations.
yes, thanks.
Next item we have, I think we have any public comment to do that. Okay. And then the consent agenda, which includes approval of the agenda, proof of public notice, August meeting minutes, check summary 1 in the amount of $457,548.32. We have no retirements and we have no appointments.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next topic is check summary 2, and that is for health-related insurance in the amount of $257,413.74.
Make that.
Is there a second? Any discussion? All in favor, vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And I abstain. Information and discussion, we have the wall of recognition, or wall of excellence, which many call it in education, and there are 2 nominees, Ted Harris and Ken Deaver. Jeremy, would you like to share any information about the wall of excellence?
Sure, we,
Inductees?
yep, we had two that were nominated from the community. Ted's has kind of fallen into place as far as everything planned for September 27th. I know that Ken's, they are still working on sorting out all of those details. But we expect there to be a huge turnout on Saturday, September 27th to honor Ted. And we've had a couple different donations that have been made to honor him with the Viroqua Area Foundation. They're still gathering some of those, but they're coming from outside of Viroqua, which is kind of an exciting thing too. His reach was far and wide, and we're excited to honor both of them.
I actually got some calls from people outside the area and
Yeah.
how they could do it.
Yeah.
So I turned them over to Miss Beth.
Thank you for that.
two wonderful educators, and it's wonderful to be able to honor them in this way. Any other questions? Great. Now we have donations over $100. We have Running Incorporated, $500 for girls basketball, Lady Hawks golf fundraiser. The next few that I'm going to read are for that same, they donated to that same area, and that's Go Macro at $350, Edward Jones $500, Mississippi Water Supply $100, Wright Insurance Agency $100, and Lechner Holdings $100. We also have the Booster Club, which donated $4,805 to high school football uniforms. And Jeff Durney donated $198.31 to seventh grade football, I assume that is? Or no, seventh, it's the sevens, the sevens, I apologize. Elementary school physical education. So seven footballs, I still got it wrong. I was thinking of sevens, 7 on 7, which is high school. So I messed it up, that would be the third time. So
We allow that
anyway,
to happen.
we're very fortunate to live in such a philanthropic community that gives so generously to so many areas. And every month that we go through these amazing donations, we are just so grateful to our community for all that they do for us. The next topic is the conference realignment consideration. Jeremy, you want to read on?
Sure. Mr. Kress is not here this evening and Mr. Brown is under the weather, so I told him that I would share this information. Last week, they met with the head coaches, and Chris and I joined them as well, to talk about whether or not the Cooley Conference or another conference was a better fit for our school based on declining enrollment. The coaches had a really great conversation in that particular meeting. And what came from it mostly, I think what I'm proudest of, is this conversation between them about the culture and the climate of athletics in Viroqua area schools and wanting to do everything that they can to make opportunities for every student in our school to be successful athletically. We are looking, we talk often about the balance between academics and athletics and activities, and having those conversations to make everything as accessible for every kid that we can is something that we ought to do. And so they had until October 1st to declare their intention to seek realignment and to step out of the Cooley Conference. When I spoke with them, I told them that I thought that we needed to share that information with you. The next step then is by November 1st to make an official recommendation, an official application to the Wisconsin Interscholastic Activities Athletic Association, WIAA, trying to, all those W states. That's what you guys get for hiring a Wyoming boy. The Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association will make official application to them by November 1st. In the meantime, they are going to host at least one, if not more, public listening sessions to gather that information from families in our community to just kind of see what their feedback is prior to moving forward with that. Once we make that application, the schools that are affected by that would have the opportunity to appeal. And so that would be the schools that we're leaving, as well as the schools that we're indicating that we want to go to. They would all get an opportunity to weigh in an appeal process for that. There is talk among other schools in our conference about realignment as well, and so the superintendents are spending time together to listen and talk through those different scenarios so that we're all informed of what's going on, and I will continue to keep you and our staff here informed on it.
So what is the ultimate goal? I'm not talking about getting out, I'm talking about the culture, the climate, what's going on, where are you thinking of going?
Sure, the ultimate goal, when we're considering declining enrollment, the ultimate goal is that we compete against schools that are similar in size to us, so that we protect the health of our athletes, that we give them opportunities to compete at the highest levels against teams that are built similarly. And our coaching staff believes that Viroqua students can stand up against the biggest of schools. But we know that when it comes to financing programs from larger schools, that is a more difficult ask when you don't have the income that those larger school districts have. So it isn't about grit, it isn't about determination, and it is certainly not about our coaching staff, because all of those things are top notch. It's about finding the right place for us to fit within an athletic conference. So that would be the ultimate goal for us.
Questions for Jeremy?
The WIA, they're gonna stipulate just based on school population.
They're going to look at that entire application. I think, Matt, and one of the things that we have to talk about is why we're interested, why we would want to do it, and what we perceive the effect on our student population to be, what we anticipate the effect on our community would be, what we perceive could be the pros and cons for other schools in our district. So they will ask us all of those questions. And as a board, you have the right to determine whether or not we even follow this pathway. But we had to declare by October 1st that we were interested in having that conversation. And then that next step is what involves our community and our board.
Thank you for exploring it.
Mhm.
I think it's something that's very important to look at. Well-being of our students. With the numbers of students that we have, and I mean, our students participate in so many different things, and we offer so many different things, and that's great. But I think it's only fair to our students and our families and our community to compete with like-sized schools.
Sure. And our coaches were split. You know, some stand to benefit, some question whether or not it is a benefit, but what they were united on was looking out for each other. And I think that speaks volumes about the integrity of our coaching staff and what's important to them. What's important to them is taking care of kids and taking care of each other. And I'm going to stand shoulder to shoulder with them as they do that.
The next topic is you again, Jeremy. We have the start of the school year and the workshops.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to let everybody know that the school year started successfully. We are today 9 days in. Tomorrow is day 10. And as Chris indicated, our third Friday count is this Friday. We have several families that have moved out of the district. And so we're trying to determine where all of our missing students are. And what we have found is that families have left Viroqua and moved on to other communities. And so some of those numbers are less than we anticipated them being, but we should have some clarity about that on Friday. We'll share that information with you as we continue to move. I will be in Madison this week at the District Administrators Conference, but I will join by Zoom on Thursday for our workshop.
Wednesday.
Did I say Thursday? Thursday, thank you.
I get confused enough already.
Goodness.
I
will join us Wednesday. I'm
Thank
glad that Beth sent reminders to all of us about the meetings this week, right? So
Thank goodness.
Wednesday,
Thank goodness.
Wednesday for our workshop, I will Zoom in. But our leadership team has worked really hard to dive into those 6 pillars. And what they're going to share with you is the goals that you all set as a team, working with them. They're going to talk about the data that we have collected so far. They're going to talk about how we measure that, what tools we use to measure that information. And then they're going to talk about maybe the prediction of what we're looking for within that data. And then talk about some next steps. So each month will be dedicated to a different pillar within the strategic plan. And then there are some other workshop items that we typically do throughout the year that will be included in there too. So every month won't necessarily be the strategic plan, but we strategically laid out how we wanted to talk about each of those pieces. They have a ton of ownership in it, Dr. Weezy and I felt as though the administrative team had way more background information on that work with all of you than we did. And we wanted to honor that work and step forward with that. So they're taking the lead in those conversations, and I will join us on Wednesday when we do that.
The next is the administrator's report, which Jeremy, I'll go ahead with you again.
Sure, so just some quick things to share. One of the things that Mr. Kress wanted me to share tonight, or that you had asked, is our transcripted credit. And so it was on page 14 of the annual report, but I will read that so that it is in the record. Last year, we had 106 students earn a combined 435 Western Technical College credits, which is incredible. That resulted in a family savings of over $66,000. In advanced placement testing, we had 42 students successfully earning a 3 or higher on 73 different tests with an average score of 3.6. This was an increase of 8 more students earning 3s or higher, 16 more tests completed with a 3 or higher, and an increase of success rate of 12% from 76 to 88% success rate on those tests.
That's something to celebrate.
That is absolutely something to celebrate. Those guys worked very, very hard on that.
So if my memory serves me, that graduating class was a more typical size than, for example, like in 2008, 2010, when my sons graduated, so it was a bigger class. So it's great having more students, but also the success rate was significantly higher. I
Percentage.
remember even back too, so that is something to celebrate. The next, fall activities.
I don't know that there's much to report there, that they've started in earnest. The teams are busy. The participation on our athletic teams is what was expected as far as numbers go. And they're off and running, so.
Volleyball won 2 tournaments.
Say that again.
Volleyball won 2 Saturday tournaments already.
Oh, that's right.
They did not lose single game last Saturday.
Because you were cheering, right, Kim?
No, I wasn't cheering, but I knew about it.
That's awesome. It's good. I know there's a very large turnout of students for volleyball too. Just great participation. Kids. Krista, you are up next, the 25-26 assessment schedule.
This is just the annual update. Not a lot has changed since last year. This highlights the local assessments we give, many of which we have some choice in, some of which we don't, with Act 20, for example. And then there's also the state required summative assessments included in this schedule. One slight change since last year would be just trying to streamline the number of different assessments we use locally. And so we've eliminated a couple of assessment systems, assessment programs, in order to just keep all of our data within consistent measures rather than grabbing it from too many different places. So nothing too earth-shattering on here, but just an organized way to view what the year looks like in assessments.
It's an organizational nightmare. I think kids get sick. We have snow or ice storms, so thank you for organizing that. Make it sound very simple, but it is very complex. So thank you. The next item is the ELC, and we have Sharon here to present.
Do I have to be on camera?
It would be best.
Keep it
Sorry.
Get your good side, right?
Yeah, let's see.
And
How are you?
thank you for coming.
Sure. So currently we have 66 children enrolled. That's probably the most we've had in the last 3 years, so that's a good thing. We need 2 staff members, so we're down because our college students felt that they needed to go back to school, so they left us. But we're making it work. I mean, we have to make it work, so it's working out. Our wait lists are still pretty full. We've got about 20 infants on the wait list. A lot of them are still unborn. I get calls and emails all the time. We're expecting, we're planning, we get in, I can put you on a wait list. So with the new center opening up, hopefully that will be better. And then 3-year-olds is our next area where we get a lot of phone calls and a lot of questions, and I'm full there too. So just for background information, we are licensed for 108. We will probably never get 108 unless I have full staff, and that's like impossible around here. So yeah, I should say it's not impossible. It's probable maybe, but not possible. So we had quite a few go on to 4K. And we have, next year, we have an even bigger class going on to 4K. So that's kind of scary and fun at the same time. We should be able to add more infants after January, just because those 3-year-olds that are gonna be 3.5 that go to the 4-year-old room will then open up a whole slew of slots. So we're looking forward to that. We did have 16 school agers this last summer. Not all of them were there at the same time, but we had plenty of help. We had 2 helpers from the school, and then we had a couple college students. So, and they did take a few field trips, so that broke up their I'm bored routine. And so now we have 10 after-school children that come on a regular basis. Our Touch a Truck event, I don't know if you remember me mentioning that last year, we had it. It was May 30th, and it was a huge success. I think 75% of our enrollment showed up. We had a dump truck, fire truck, police car, a tractor, a school bus, an ambulance, and a crane. So guess
Crane?
which, yeah, a crane.
I do
One of our
remember.
parents requested that he bring the crane from where he works, and he went. So, which do you think was the most popular? School bus.
Oh.
School bus was the hit of the thing. But it was such a hit that we decided to do it again. So May 31st, we're opening up to the public, making it a community event, and we're using it as a fundraiser for our playground, our future playground. And we're gonna ask for sponsors. We're gonna have food trucks, ice cream truck from Sleepy Hollow, all kinds of stuff. So our parents are very excited. They wanted to do it this past year, and I said, let's just stick with our center first, see how it goes, and then go from there. So we're gonna have more trucks. We're gonna have dump truck, cement truck, semi truck. We have all kinds of people that say, can we bring our whatever? I'm like, you bet. So we closed down Arena Drive for about 2 hours, and oh my gosh, they had a blast. It was like so much fun. And the first time ever in Viroqua, so yay. Let's see. I did a brochure with Steve Christensen's help, so it's very professional looking, so I brought those. And what does the future hold for us? National accreditation. It's a very long process, but we will get it started soon. I would like to do a natural play area, so outside of our fencing, like plant more trees, have tall grass, things where they can go in and explore nature and spend more time outside. So that's my ultimate goal, but that again takes a long time. I think. And then just having enough staff so we can have more children. That's where we're at. Any questions?
What's holding back getting staff? Just nobody applying?
Well, that's one of it. Plus with state licensing, you have to have certain qualifications or you have to commit to having those qualifications. So early childhood degree would be the absolute top notch. 2-year associate degree in early childhood from any state technical college would be the second thing that we would really like to have. Other than that, they just have to have 6 credits total in a higher education in early childhood. So if they don't have any of that, and first and foremost is a high school degree, 18 years old. If they don't have any of that, then we pay for them to take those courses so that they can stay working with us. The downfall to that is once you do all that, then they go somewhere else, make more money. So it's tough. When I was in lacrosse, I had 3 colleges to pull from. I don't have that here. So, but we're getting there. We have a great staff. I mean, everybody is where they should be. And I work 11-hour days, but hey, that's my job, right? So anyway, that's where we're at. That's what's happening at the Early Learning Center.
How's it working out with this student course, our high school course?
This last year was really good. This next coming, I have 1 student that still works with me. The rest were seniors and went on to school. The one is a senior this year, and she said that it's really tough because a lot of the students are either in fall sports or spring sports, so that takes away them working. And she also said there just isn't as many taking the courses that there was last year.
Last year was a bigger class, which is part of that reason.
Right. So, but those two courses, they only need those two courses. So if they can
Right.
take those two courses, then they're set to work for us.
Sure.
So
Do you know what the other daycare center, I'm thinking they're targeting January maybe to open?
I heard December.
Okay.
Have they changed? I don't
know what the capacity is, I don't know what the size is.
Capacity is like 35
Okay,
or 40. So it's much smaller than ours.
yeah, okay.
But I'm sure they'll fill up.
As long as we can get the staff, but.
Oh, yeah, staff, I
Mark
don't
is-
know about staff.
Mark is doing that, so
Yep.
that might be a little more, they have a big organization at least.
I don't know anything about the new centers, except for that, and their
Yeah.
help.
I just wondered how it might affect you if they
I don't think
pay
it,
more, I don't think it'll make any difference.
I don't know that they'll pay a whole lot more than we do,
Okay,
just because of going rate and everything.
right,
As far as getting students, it's not gonna hurt us
right,
at all. Right. And we have a lot of parents now that are pregnant again, so we
Yeah.
just keep going.
Is our compensation competitive with other childcare centers?
For school districts, yes. Yes, it's a little higher pay than most other childcare centers that are just on their own.
Okay,
But yeah, in the school district realm, we're at the same level.
okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the great work. It's wonderful to have this in our community. The next item is VAMS. Kim?
Yep, VAMS met tonight, Dr. Hill was at the meeting as he indicated. The parent group representative was there and, is going to be talking to the teachers about, things they may need funds for as they do fundraising. They're talking about an outdoor learning space. Pat has met with Cody and they're going to, look at the whole thing and see where would be the best area to have an outdoor learning space and try and develop that. The website's getting close. I know Beth is working on that. And they're gonna go, some members of the governance council are gonna visit other Montessori schools just to see other ideas or things that maybe could go forward. So that was pretty much it.
Thank you. Thanks for attending. Sarah, Laura?
I have very little to update. The meeting was changed to a date that I couldn't attend.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen the minutes yet, but I plan to attend their annual meeting on the 24th of this month.
Madam Chair, I did attend the Laurel meeting and they're moving along just as expected. So they're excited and their kids are excited and they're doing all of the things that we would want them to do, so.
I went to that space for the open house. It's pretty remarkable what the
Very
students
welcoming.
are doing in that space. I hope for a bigger space for them one day. Just planting that seed perhaps. The next topic is WASD Fall Regional 6 meeting. If you're planning on attending, please tell Beth, and that meeting is being held on October,
It's down below,
okay, that's what I was just looking
October 9th at Alaska Middle School.
at, October 9th. That. And then WSB legislative update, there's really not much. I know locally they did not meet in August because schedules are so busy. But as far as legislatively, there's some conversations, but really nothing at this point to a level of voting or even in-depth discussion at this point in time. And with that, is there a motion? Oh, the other thing is if you would like to attend the school board convention in January, if you would please let Beth know. And that's January. Anyway, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Thank you all. And